Hello, this is lesson 7-2, problem 1, found on page 441 of your textbook for geometry. We're just trying to understand similarity here, and it says triangle MNP, which is the top triangle, is similar. That's what this symbol right here represents. That means similar to triangle SRT. Now, when something is written that way, the corresponding letters from one triangle will automatically match up with the other. That means angle M is going to correspond with angle S in the same way that angle N will correspond with angle R, and then P is going to correspond with angle T in that, okay? So it says what are the pairs of congruent angles? Just like I previously said, angle M is going to be congruent to angle S, angle N is going to be congruent to angle R, and then finally angle P is going to be congruent to angle T. Part B of that says, what is the extended proportion for the ratio of the corresponding sides? Well, the sides also will correspond to each other in the same way that MN, erase some of this so it don't look so messy. MN will correspond with SR, so that's why you have that as a proportion. In the same way that NP will correspond with RT, which is why that one is there. And then finally, MP, which is the first and the last one, will correspond with line S and T, which is the last one of the other one. That always helps you line up to know which side is corresponding or proportional to which other side. Okay? And all of those have to be the same proportion in order to prove that these triangles really are similar to each other. And in this case, it's stated that they are similar to each other. So all we have to do is to know that the sides are definitely going to all be the same proportion or the same fraction when you get your answer. Let's look at the got it. This time it is a four-sided figure. It's not really drawn for you, and you don't really need it drawn for you. DEFG is similar to HJKL. So what are the pairs of congruent angles? Well, again, angle D is going to correspond with angle H. E is going to correspond with J. Angle F is going to be congruent to angle K. And angle G is going to be congruent to angle L. Okay, just like they were before. So if we want to write that out, angle D is going to be congruent to angle H. E is going to be congruent, I'm sorry the pen is acting so crazy, to J. Angle F would be congruent to angle K. And then finally angle G is going to be congruent to angle L. B part. What is the extended proportion for the ratios of the lengths of the corresponding sides? The same way as we did before, DE is going to correspond with HJ in the same way, or equal to EF, which is the next two here, is going to correspond with JK. Then FG is going to correspond with KL. And then finally, DG, which is the first and the last one, would correspond with line HL. And that would be your extended proportions. And all of them would have to be the same ratio here. Okay? That's what we know about similarity.